how your coins have performed, and take the time to educate you on the ugly industry practices so that you can make an informed decision. Smart people can make very bad investments when they're under pressure and lack the facts. Call 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. AmericanFederal.com.
If you've saved $100,000 or more for retirement, call Steve Shyman today at 833-945-7283. That's 833-WILL-SAVE. 833-WILL-SAVE. Schedule your no-cost, no-obligation retirement review and make sure your plan is built to protect what you've worked so hard to earn. And don't forget to listen to Steve's show, Protecting Your Assets, Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. right here on AM 560. Call now, 833-945-7283.
Now, from the Signature Bank Studios.
This hour of The Sean Thompson Show is sponsored exclusively by DonleyAuctions.com. Selling a collection or just the high-end antiques? Get top dollar. DonleyAuctions.com.
AM 560, The Answer.
We are live, Benedictine University, and one of the top candidates, I believe he's in the lead, he decided not to show up. You're busy. Get things to do. And you're gonna win like you did last time? Lost by 16 points. I could have ran a billy goat, would have lost by 13. Ken, Austin, Texas.
Hey, Sean, love your show. Great show.
Right back at you. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, I wanted to touch base on that Social Security, what that other guy was talking about. I think they ought to revamp that where, if that's your mother or your father. My mom died, God rest her soul. She died, she collected one Social Security check. She'd been paying into that thing for 40 years. Called the Social Security office to say, hey, what are we doing with the rest of the balance of my mom's money? I said, that's your mom.
Yeah. It's a scam, Ken. Listen, and God, my mother was the same age when she died, all right? And it's a funny story. My mother worked her ass off forever, okay? Yeah. And back then you had to be 62, and she's like, I think I'm going to wait to collect the whatever it was, $60. I said, Ma, get in the fracking car. I'm going to take you for breakfast. I took her right to the office when she was 63, I think. 63 or 6, she caught a year of it. Because I knew it's a scam. And an old accountant that used to, and I will never forget his name was John Trotta. John Trotta used to be the accountant for my grandfather's auto parts store in the 70s. And I would always sit there, and my grandfather let me go to the meetings. And he said to me, this is arguably the greatest fraud perpetrated on the citizens, and the only ones who will make out are me and your grandfather. Because by the time they implemented it, they were already working. They were old for that time. You know what I mean? They were in their 30s when it passed. It was always a Ponzi scheme. Accountants know it. Everybody with an IQ over 60 knows it's a frickin' scam. There is no money. There is no fund. There are no investments. And the saddest part are the people who work for a company. Now, they bang the company, too. The company and you. So, in other words, you guys think you're mob guys. You think you have video poker machine empire like the guy here. What are you guys, gangsters? Let's go out in the parking lot and see who the gangster is. They're not gangsters. They're scumbags. That's how it works.
And
they're going to urinate in your ear and tell you it's raining. I can't stand that, but I'm being good tonight. You hear me being good? I'm being good.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, you keep pressing it on, man. I love your show. Love you, buddy. You keep
Love you,
pushing.
too. Thank you. Boy, here's something that's funny. I got this. I think it's from 17 years ago.
State lawmakers are banking on games like this virtual slot machine to make up for the $29 billion deficit, but residents aren't so sure.
I don't really think there's a time and place for it right now, especially when people are hurting for money.
There are casinos in Joliet. I prefer that it stay there, I guess, rather than have it in restaurants.
The Video Gaming Act has already passed both the Senate and House of Representatives.
So fast forward. It's a tax on the dumbest people in Illinois and America, for that matter. The system is rigged. It brings in $3 billion a year. The state of Illinois gets $1 billion a year from that mob half-ass gambling called video poker machines. You know what they do with the money? Don't worry, nobody does, like the lottery money. And when you perpetrate that crime, Why do you think it's always in the dumb areas? Sorry, boys, but that's how it is. Why do you think it's always in the areas that used to be okay, but now have three times the amount of citizens and constituents on welfare? Why do you think it is? Because it's a scam for the desperate and the economic illiterate. And anybody who's in that business, let me tell you something, scumbag. What do you think of that? Anybody? Trumplican. I was good. It's the end now. Lloyd, Gary, Indiana.
Hey, Sean, how's it going? I heard you talking about Don Rickles a little bit ago, another caller. And it just so happens last night I was watching a Don Rickles comedy show. It was on Tubi, Antenna TV. It was 1996, Pine Creek in Detroit. Man, I laughed so hard I laughed my back pockets off, man.
I love it, yeah.
Funny beyond belief.
And why? Because it was based in reality, it was based in experience, and it was based in truth. You know, it's funny because it's true.
What really sucked, my first instinct when I heard us, oh my God, they couldn't say none of this today. And then my second thought was, why not? Who changed it?
Yeah, we did, and I won't change it. That's why when I see a scumbag, I make fun of him. You're not really a man. You're not really a conservative or a Trumplican if you paid off a lot of Democrats. You're kind of a scumbag. And by the way, you look like a bohemian pimp. That's funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you hockey
All
puck.
right. Exactly. It's exactly right. It's exactly right. But then again, I'm terrible at getting lied to. I'd rather just look at it and call it what it is. That's why Michelle Obama was never pretty. What do you think of that? Also funny. When it comes to what we're paying for now, it's not so funny. What we're paying for now is a bunch of scam set in more lies and more nonsense. And I don't mean video poker machines.
I mean, I see this essay that you wrote in the New York Times, appropriate New York Times. Climate change should make you think home ownership. Did you write that?
Yes, I did, Senator.
It's pretty bold. You own a home?
I do, in a flood zone.
Have you sold it?
Listen to that. He's pumping that bull dung fraud of eco-Nazism, climate change and floods and hurricanes. And he lives in a flood zone, which means he lives by the water, like all of the scoundrels that steal the money. They all live seaside, like Michelle Obama with her big feet. She lives on the side of the ocean in Martha's Vineyard. She lives in Robin's Nest, which breaks my heart, from Magnum PI. All live by the ocean. That's how you know it's all bull dung.
Have I sold my home?
Yeah.
I live in my home, sir.
Oh, well, you're telling everybody else to sell theirs.
It's called urinating in your ear and telling you it's raining, or as it's more known, political speak by liars.
You're a climate extremist, aren't you, Professor?
Certainly not, Senator.
You are a political extremist, aren't you?
Certainly not, Senator.
On July 9th of 2024, did you tweet the following, quote, honestly, the biggest long-term political problem the Democrats have is that they don't know how to talk to low-information morons.
Well, you don't talk to them. You open up video poker machines, and there used to be decent neighborhoods, and you turn them into ghettos. And that's Dr. Benjamin Keys. Dr. Benjamin Keys, you know what he supposedly is an expert in? He's an expert and a professor of real estate and finance, which means he's a fraud. Because if he was an expert at that, he certainly wouldn't be working at a university, would he? But here is where he could spew that nonsense, that fraud of climate change, that fraud that's stolen trillions of dollars. And the whole time he does it, living on the beach.
Close quote.
I don't believe those are my words, Senator. I'd have to be able to see them if you would share that with me.
Yeah, here it is. Big as that.
You're too nice to him, Kennedy. You look at him and you say, you know what? I think you're full of dung. I think you're a liar. I think you're a fraud. And that's exactly how you treat him. 312-642-5600.
Make money, smoke cigars, and live free on The Sean Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.
This is an urgent announcement for anyone that's 10